People say Disneyland is where dreams come true. Bright colors, smiling faces, music in the air. A place built to feel safe. Sometimes, the most dangerous things hide behind the happiest smiles. My friend Laura and I went to Disneyland just to unwind. No plans, no rush. Just rides, junk food, and laughter. Space Mountain 3 times. Churros until our stomachs hurt. It was the first time I'd seen Laura laugh without holding back. That's when I noticed him. Near the castle stood a man dressed as a classic Disney villain, long black robes, a heavy hat, detailed stitching that looked too real. But the costume wasn't what made my skin crawl. It was his face. His eyes were sunken, lips constantly wet, like he kept licking them. And every few seconds he smiled at random women's. Low, deliberate, wrong. As we passed him, his voice cut through the noise. "Beauty attracts danger," he said softly, looking at Laura. "Especially when evil men are watching." I laughed it off. "Okay, that was creepy but solid acting." Laura forced a smile. He didn't react. He just stared, then turned and vanished into the crowd. Minutes later, we saw him again. Then again, different rides, different areas, always nearby, always watching her. Laura whispered, "He's following us." I tried to stay calm. It's probably just some weirdo. After a water ride soaked Laura's shirt, she went into the restroom near a gift shop. I waited outside. Then I heard her scream. She ran out, shaking, eyes wide. "He was inside," she cried, smiling, watching me in the mirror. I didn't think. I rushed in. The man stood there, blood trickling from his lip after I knocked him down, but he wasn't fighting back. He was laughing, not a normal laugh. Deep, hollow, like it echoed from somewhere underground. Security dragged him away while he stared at Laura and whispered, "You can't hide what shines." Later, security told us something chilling. He had no ID, no phone, no ticket. He wasn't supposed to be there. A week later, the news showed his face. Not a character, not a performer, a repeat stalker, a real monster hiding in plain sight. The promise I never kept my little sister died before I could take her to Disneyland. She was 9. It was written at the top of her bucket list, so I went alone for her. That's when I saw a man watching a little girl. Too closely, too carefully. He offered her something sweet. Then he grabbed her wrist. I didn't hesitate. I tackled him behind the ride, fists flying, rage screaming out of me. Security pulled me off him, but it was too late for him to run. The girl hugged me afterward and whispered, "Thank you." Later that night, during the fireworks, I thought I saw my sister in the crowd smiling. Maybe it was grief. Maybe it was guilt. But for the first time, I felt like I'd kept my promise. On the highway, it was early morning. My daughter wore her mini ears proudly in the back seat. We were driving toward Disneyland when I saw her, a woman on the roadside, dirty costume, torn dress, no mask. Her smile was too wide. "Can you take me?" she asked. Before I could answer, the back door opened. A knife pressed against my daughter's neck. "Drive," the woman whispered. When she stepped out near a rotten cabin, I slammed the gas and didn't stop until I saw people again. Days later, I drove past that spot in daylight. On the shoulder of the road lay a pair of red mini ears. Not ours. We never went back to Disneyland. Some magic once broken never comes back.